Everybody, we are back to tell you what else we've been up to, and we know they're getting kind of long, so we're going to try to keep them short. I actually made a list this time, just to kind of go over what we did on some different days. So I'll start because I did the thing on Monday. Went back to the Taekwondo Daejeon and actually was given the class, like, to teach it. So I did, and it was a ton of fun. I've missed that so much. Had a lot of fun just with the 7 or 8 people that were there, myself included, and I'm looking forward to going back probably tomorrow if my back clears up. I'm a little sore today, but yeah, so that was all that I remember happening on Monday. It's been a week. Tell me about Tuesday.
Tuesday we went to prison. We actually did. We don't have any photos or videos to show you, obviously.
No phones, no cameras,
right,
none of that.
Right. But we got to go, all 3 of us, which was really fun.
Yeah.
We did kind of a worship, Bible study, devotional sort of session with,
It was a little beefier than a devotional, but yeah.
Right.
6 inmates,
Yes.
and then 6 of us. So 3 pastors, the evangelist lady, and Emma and I, and Wesley.
I guess it counts as, yeah.
Yeah, so we outnumbered the prisoners.
Yeah, it was really good. I wish we had more time to be here so that we could really have conversations with the other inmates and just get to know their stories. There wasn't a whole lot of time for introductions. And of course our translators are on our phones. So right. I didn't understand much of what was going on.
They sing a lot of the same songs that we do. Like, we recognize a lot of the music, consequence of the U.S. helping rebuild the country after the war. So their hymnal has a lot of hymns that we know. But we didn't bring the English hymnal with us. So we just sang the verses that we could remember from the songs that we recognized and kind of left it there. Yeah.
It was good though. All of the inmates were very polite, very respectful.
Very friendly to Wesley. And
super chill.
None of the pastors seemed to have any misgivings or any concern about Wesley being in there. We were a little bit surprised when they said, yeah, Wesley can come too, because we were kind of safety concerned, but not a problem at all.
Well, and the prison guards and staff didn't seem to be bothered either.
No.
It's not like what people think of with American prison.
Yeah. Those 6 inmates might sing louder than our entire churches, just without microphones and stuff.
They got pipes.
Yeah, and they know Jesus, and it was very evident. So that was really good. Wednesday was a little bit more of a down day. We went with one of Kong's other pastor friends just around. He took us to lunch. We met another one of his friends who had studied in England, so he knew a bit of English, and got to talk to him, and that was fun. And now we have a new Facebook friend, and that was most of what happened on Wednesday.
Well, and there was another pastor, and we visited his church too,
right?
Who also made noodles.
Right, he owned the restaurant that we had lunch at, so that was good. Thursday was a good day for Emma.
Thursday. Oh, yes. We went to, it's famous in Korea and it's only in Daejeon. There's a bakery that has exquisite, it was packed. It was so chock full packed, and it was so worth it.
Yeah.
It was delicious.
So it was kind of a self-serve system. You walked in and it was packed out and just snaking through the tables with mountains of baked goods. Emma had a field day. Our Korean exchange student friends from Joplin kind of told us that's the only reason any Korean visits Daejeon on purpose is the bakery. And it was pretty awesome. It was packed out. Yeah, yes. It was wild, but it was good.
It was fun to have a fun day like that.
Yeah. Friday was more of a catch-up day. We didn't have any official responsibilities. Took a nice good walk. Got a suit coat for me to preach in because they asked me to preach on April 7th, the week after Easter. Got that sermon about half written on Friday. I've had it outlined and planned, but I have to manuscript it because we're translating directly. So I'll read my bit, and then my interpreter will read her bit, and we'll just kind of play it that way. I'm not going to ad-lib much because her English is probably a little better than my Korean, but not good enough to go just off the cuff with me. And those of you who have heard me preach understand why that would be a nightmare for somebody trying to translate on the fly.
Right.
Yesterday was a long day. We went for a 2-hour ride up to Cheongju.
2 hours.
Yeah, well, it took longer than that because we stopped for coffee. Their travel plazas are ridiculous, and we'll explain that maybe when we get back and talk to individuals and congregations.
Right.
But
Every rest stop is a Buc-ee's, basically.
yeah,
It's great.
But we went up to Cheongju, which is around the Seoul area, and met with other Christian church pastors. There were about probably 15 or 16 people total, all told. And Wesley and I were the only ones who weren't pastors. So they met, they just had a basic worship gathering, sang songs, led by Kong, our pastor, and his wife, Daejeon, and preached by a guy who is a missionary in Cambodia, or used to be. I wasn't totally clear on the timeline there. Tried crab. It was disgusting. We hate crab. Emma hates it most.
I would have loved to know beforehand that it was raw crab. I didn't get that.
It wasn't good.
Piece. But it's okay. We'll not make that mistake again.
Well, yeah, and about half of Koreans hate crab too, so they were very sympathetic to that. We stopped in the famous bakery in Cheongju, which is not the same bakery brand, but it was really good and very bougie, so that was kind of fun. And then today we had church, and that's been that. We are headed back to the prison on Tuesday. We are headed back to the prison again on Saturday, I think as kind of like a special Easter service, because they asked us to sing a special song again.
Yes.
So Em's been practicing on the piano, and I will sing along with her, but I can't play well, so that is kind of the week ahead. Sleep is adjusting okay. Wesley is currently sleeping upstairs, and that is that.
Yeah.
Please pray for our gag reflex.
Okay.
Mine too. It wasn't just her. And just the ministry that we're continuing to get to do. I didn't mention, but Thursday I did, continue teaching English, and we'll continue to do that every Thursday. And Em got to pop in with Wesley, and so they got to meet her, and that was fun. But yeah, ministry looks different here, but I think we're okay with that. And yeah, it's been good, and we're looking forward to more of it. So
just gonna keep practicing, keep playing, keep writing, preaching, praying.
Oh yeah,
all that jazz.
All right. Well, good to see you all again, I guess. We're just looking at ourselves here, but I know that you're happy to hear from us. So we'll look forward to keeping you guys in the loop, and we love hearing from you in the comments. So just say hey, and we'll look forward to catching up with you in a little bit. Love you. Bye.
God bless.